And Fedor just checks right into him. The equities trader from Austin thinking about this. Do you make the continuation? Try to push this guy out? Little does he know this guy has a real hand. Pair of jacks with a club. Sometimes extremely tight, sometimes very aggressive. So he does mix up his play beautifully. So he has proven he can play with anyone in the world. Very exciting to watch him play. Right back on Bill, quickly mucks. Kerry Katz, another great non-professional player from Vegas, goes out, and now the Dr. Kane lie with an attractive 6-7 of clubs.
Kane got off to a great start in this tournament, but in the last few hours has been slipping here. Now back down to around his starting stack.
He's raised it, and now everyone going out, but Dave Peters here, poker pro, the silent assassin, never says a word at the table. David Peters from Toledo, Ohio, first Alpha 8 appearance. You know, he's had 10 WPT cashes. He's going to call with his suited connector.
How much did you start with?
I think 300.
Jake Schindler got King 7 of spades. And as we've seen, Jake has been the most aggressive at the table. He pulls off a lot of bluffs, a great reader of players as well, picks his spots. He was down to the short stack, but came back in a strong way. This time just going to call, so he's in action here too.
So three-way to the flop here.
Wow, the flop comes out King, Queen, 7, 2 clubs.
Yeah, total action flop for Jake and Kane here. Kane with bottom pair and a flush draw. Jake with top and bottom pair. These two are about to collide.
They check to the dock. He'll make the continuation bet of 64,000. Dave Peters wants none of that. And now Schindler flopping 2 pair. How to rope up your man.
All in.
There you go. Simple as that, all in.
I call.
A quick call by the dock.
So the Doctor here in very bad shape. Gonna need a club in order to take this pot from Jake Schindler.
There we go.
Wow. It is all in there.
Yeah, I think that's a good call by the Doctor, though. His hand is way too strong to relinquish there. Not likely that he's in the lead, but he'll typically have a lot of outs. Unfortunately, he's facing a hand that has him in bad shape here. As you can see, only 29% to win.
He's a dog. Can he get lucky?
Oh,
He's done
but
it.
he finds the Jack of Clubs.
Whoa, so far so good. He's caught the flush.
And he just needs to dodge a king or a 7 going to the river. And Jake smiling. Oh, the ace of spades, no help for Jake Schindler. So yet again, the non-professional gets the better of the professional.
He certainly does. A huge pot for the dock. Takes off his stethoscope, washes his hands.
The World Poker Tour now has a real money online poker room, and it's called WPT Global. Play in cash games and tournaments for real money in over 50 countries on WPT Global. We'll even match your deposit up to $1,200. That's right, 100% deposit match up to $1,200. Sign up now with this QR code and use bonus code YT84 before it's too late.
Raised by Dr. Kane. He's got Queen 9 this time.
Raising up on the button here into the big blind of Paul Volpe.
Yeah, he's got that button. He makes it 35,000 to call. Big cheese with a 9-6 of diamonds. Finally gets out of the way.
Thinking about getting involved there, decided to pass it up.
Volpe with an attractive Queen 10 of hearts.
30-ish.
He's not going anywhere.
Not going to pop it, but he will call it. So Doc and Volpe battling once again. And the flop is a Queen 10 deuce. 2 pair for Volpe.
Ooh, this is going to be trouble for Kane Lai. Both players with top pair, but Volpe with top 2.
And he checks it, giving the doctor room to hang himself. And there's a bet, 35,000.
How does Volpe want to play this? We saw him check raise in an earlier hand where he had bottom set, but he waited to the turn for that check raise. It looks like this time he wants to check raise on the flop. And as we know, it's going to be very hard for Kane to get away from this one.
Wow. Yeah, he has moved it up to 88 total. Just tempting enough for poor Doc to call.
Yeah, if I were in his shoes, I definitely would not be folding to this flop check raise. I also wouldn't feel great about my hand, but I am not giving up top pair on the flop right here.
Well, he's cold decked here. There's just no way you're getting away from this at this point, but 3 of hearts.
Pretty inconsequential card. It does mean that Kane Lai is drawing dead now.
Volpe to act first. Dr. Kane doesn't realize what a patient he has on his left. You get it? Patient, Dr. Joe.
Paul with a bet of 130,000.
Yep. Any chance the Doc can get away from this hand, Tony? What do you think?
I'm really not sure. You know, this is a button versus big blind hand. They started at about 30 blinds deep. I'm sure the doctor isn't thrilled about his hand, but I'm also not sure he's ready to fold top pair to the guy who's really been the thorn in his side at this table.
And at a 5-handed poker game. Not a full table. Value of your hand goes up, of course, so this would be an amazing laydown if you could possibly do it. No. Well, maybe.
It'd truly be impressive if Kane Lai got away here.
All in. Call.
He's going to go all in and an insta-call, of course.
Yeah, and that will spell the end of Kane Lai's tournament. He really did a great job of hanging tough with these professionals, but now he is all in and drawing dead against Paul Volpe, who locks it up with the 6 of clubs on the river and scores the elimination.
So the doctor has body bagged himself out of here in 16th place. Will not take home any money, but a big effort by him. Very entertaining. Dr. Kane. Pair of jacks.
Going up to 60,000. Alex, let's go of King 6 in the small
That's
blind.
6, right?
Yeah, it's
Nick
6 to start the
with
hand.
a 6-4 of diamonds. He will be seeing a flop out of the big blind here. Yep. Nick makes the call out of the big blind with 6-4 suited. These guys are only about 20 blinds deep entering this hand, and Nick has flopped the flush.
A flush for Petrangelo, and he quickly checks it. Unbelievable.
Now, thus far, Sam Panzica has run very bad against Nick in this final table. He lost a big flip that would have eliminated him earlier in this final table. Now he runs his jacks with a diamond into the diamond flush of Nick.
And he's bet 65. And Nick says, no, no, no. We're going to raise. Total of 150.
This is brutal for Sam. He just has so much hand for 20 big blinds. He could be in front. He could have clean 9 outs.
They both have about the same amount of chips here. Sam with a little less.
All in.
And he's going to push all in. Nick again making that call, of course, with his flush. Wow. Sam in a lot of trouble. Can he hit this diamond? He's got a jack of diamonds. 4 not to be on the turn for Sam.
Sam looking for one of the remaining diamonds in the deck to stay alive. No.
Now it's a 3 of clubs.
There's our 4th place finisher. Sam Panzica played a great final table.
Most of them. And he will raise this to 45,000. The ER doctor, Eli, with ace-5 of diamonds behind him.
Well, this is one of those hands that the solver wants you to play big all-ins with. It's ace-king, pocket tens, and ace-5 suited because it does so well when it sees 5 cards. I wonder if Eli is going to take the same approach or just call. And he does have raising chips loaded up in his hand, but then elects to call, which feels like a bit of a tell to me. It sort of signals to your opponent you were on the border between calling and 3-betting, and then opted for one.
Well, he has made the call with a couple diamonds, ace-5, and the flop is a 9-8-3, 2 diamonds.
Eli here you see at 43%. That's partially due to card removal. None of his opponents folded a diamond. Alex here would be happy to get the money in. It's really a question of, do you bet and then call a shove, or do you check and then shove in over your opponent?
Alex hitting top pair, ace kicker. Everything going well for him. Now here's the bet. He's betting 60,000. And now it's decision time for Eli. He got the 4 flush.
With 200,000 in the middle and only about 550 to start this hand, I think Eli has a clear all-in. Moving in on the flop will usually make your opponent fold, but even if he were to call, you're typically 12 outing. In this particular case, he actually only has 9 to the diamonds, since Alex has his ace as well.
Action clock is ticking down. Will he take more time? Yes, he wants more time. The dog takes out the stethoscope, trying to get a read. What to do here?
And I do worry that Eli shows uncertainty in his demeanor, and he's playing against some of the best in the world who, as you can see in Alex, are scanning him as he thinks.
All in.
Whoa. He's gonna shove it, and you gotta think this is an insta call, but Alex gonna look back down.
Call.
Yeah, and there's the call. They turn him up.
It's an almost instant call. It's like, let me double check I have top pair, top kicker. Yes, I call.
Good luck, man.
I know you want me to win.
What's that?
I know you want me to go.
I know you want me to go, he says to Nick. Eli, keeping it real.
And let's see if he can catch this diamond here. No, it's a king of clubs.
And so a diamond and only a diamond will save Eli on this river.
Last card coming up.
Feeling pretty good about this one.
Can Eli do it?
Well, he's feeling confident.
Can he hit this diamond? No, it's an ace of spades.
That will be it for Eli Berg.
Very aggressive. By the way, he was the one that was harassing Helmuth a few tables down.
I would say more so returning the harassment.
He was.
You know, it's a two-way street with Helmuth. It's never like he's minding his own business and somebody goes off on him.
So true, but let's look at this hand. Look at this. Manuel has picked up queens, the ladies. Let's see if he gets action with it. He's made it 60,000 to go. Mark also folding.
Cool.
Dennis is going to slop around with 8-6. Whoa, 8-8 deuce, 3 of a kind for Blyden.
This is just silly.
Unbelievable. Dennis with 3 of a kind. He's going to check it.
I think for Manuel it might end this hand because he's in bad shape here, and Dennis gonna raise him, kick it up to 175.
Poor Manuel is a victim in motion here.
Call.
Poker pro out of Spain, and he's going to make this call. He's in deep.
It's possible he'll get away if the turn has a heart.
No, it's a 6. Oh,
It will not end yet, Vince.
Blyden hitting a full house now.
Blyden train is full steam ahead, about to fire out here, and Manuel, I don't know how he can get away, especially against this type of opponent.
I mean, Manuel is on the short stack.
All in. Call.
The insta call happens.
Instant call.
2 outer possibilities for Manuel, and that's it.
Blyden trying to get this final table down to 5 if he can dodge it.
He needs the miracle. Can Manuel hit it? No, a 6 on the river. It's not going to work out for him.
Dennis, with all the cards, taking that one down.
Jennifer in good stride here tonight.
Fold.
The local going out, Michael Lind also. Dan Shak now with Queen 10.
Raise.
Going up to 1,000 on the button. And to the straddle of Olivier, who peeks down at 4 deuce of hearts. He'll be taking a flop.
Hoping to get lucky against Dan Shak.
Check.
And lucky
Whoa,
he gets.
Boy, 3 hearts.
Whoa.
Catches the flush on the flop, and wow, 2 pair now for Dan Shak.
Check.
Nice check by Olivier there. Dan thinks his hand is good, as you do.
It's betting 2,000. And there's the raise. Makes it a total of 8. He's called this.
Dan is going to need a queen or a 10 to win this hand. Heart would help him save money, but no, 3 of diamonds on the river. So now the question is, can Dan get away from this hand with 3 to a flush and multiple straight combinations? What did he just do? Did he raise? Whoa.
Olivier bet 13.5, and it looks like, yeah, he's raised the min raise.
How much?
Raising here, Vince, when you've got a hand that can only get called by better, but probably won't make anything fold that beats you, is not what you want to do.
No, unless you have the absolute nuts. Sometimes you do a min raise to get them in.
Right, and that's why you see Olivier thinking this over with his flush, because his opponent is acting like he has the nuts. But Olivier's hand is just too good. He's getting almost 4 or 5 to 1 here.
Calling. And Dan's sickened.
The World Poker Tour now has a real money online poker room, and it's called WPT Global. Play in cash games and tournaments for real money in over 50 countries on WPT Global. We'll even match your deposit up to $1,200. That's right, 100% deposit match up to $1,200. Sign up now with this QR code and use bonus code YT84 before it's too late.
Maria Ho going out of this one. Chad going to take a break. And now Jerry Wong with Queen 10.
I don't know if timing tells are much of a thing for Jerry, but he really thought that one over before raising. I think he should be mindful of that.
Interesting point. He makes it 425. Right behind him, Eric with a pair of 4s.
I think Eric is short enough that if he wants to play, he should go all in. I think folding's probably a little tight, but certainly understandable when you're at a final table and don't want to risk going out first. James now with 9-8 suited in the big blind. Make this call.
Yep. Gonna see this flop a 10-5-3. Beautiful for Jerry. Hitting his 10s.
And that seems like a flop Jerry should be betting pretty often. I'm surprised he checks back here.
Well, there's an open-ended straight now for James. And he is going to come out with a bet here. 625.
So far, Jerry's check working out great. He has an easy call on this turn, and if the river is a brick, he just might induce a big bluff from James.
That is right. More disaster could happen. Let's take a look at the card. It's a deuce. Very safe card.
Yeah, that's a dream card for Jerry right there. And James is going to go for it. He bets full pot as a bluff. And that's basically what Jerry was hoping for. And Jerry, quickly calls with his top pair. Everything is missed. So James Carroll runs a big bluff.
And we're down to 4 players here at the Esports Arena. Marchese still in the lead. David Peters creeping up on a bit. And it looks like Sam and Aaron are very close to tied here. And of course the money, it's 135 for 4th and 189 for 3rd.
All right, action on Aaron. He's this time finally picking up a strong ace, queen of clubs. He's raised it to 30,000. And he gets a fold, and now Sam also going out. Will he get action from the big cheese?
Yep.
With a 10-4 of hearts, yes, he's going to splash around the pool. Make the call.
10-4, over and out, good buddy.
That's right. Hoping to bust out the non-pro. And the flop is a 9-5 deuce, 2 hearts.
Really good flop for Tom Marchese, who's now a favorite.
Aaron not going to continuation bet now. Oh, wow. Hits the flush here for Tom Marchese. Slopping around with 10-4 of hearts. Now makes, but he's going to try to trap. They both check.
Yep. Oh, that card's going to cost Aaron some money for sure. Is Tom smart enough to check? Yes, great check. He's going for the check raise. Oh! What happened? Aaron didn't bet. So all those times where I don't like Aaron's plays, not defending all these hands, this time I think he made a mistake, but it saved him chips.
There you go. What a great check on the river. Save some money. Winner going to take home close to 1.6 here tonight. And they are dropping like flies. Even Sean Winter around to Fedor. Now he's got a real hand. Pair of jacks. It's like he's being rewarded because he dropped the ace-9.
Fedor here going up to 70,000, same raise, different hand. And right behind him, Keith Tilston, who is second in chips, has ace-10 offsuit on the button.
And he could be thinking Fedor is just splashing around for position. And he's going to re-raise it with his ace-10.
David forced to fold a attractive king-queen suited.
Mm-hmm. Back on Fedor.
Now, I like this play from Keith. He's in position. Ace-10 has blockers to strong hands. He's got enough chips that he can re-raise and fold pre-flop. He's going after a guy who's opening many hands. But unfortunately for Keith, he's run into a real one. Fedor, very purposeful, methodical player. Deciding how he wants to continue with his pocket jacks. Looks like he will call.
Yeah, I'm not going to get super aggressive with the jacks. He could have. He got a lot of chips out there. Keith might think he's in front. The flop is 8-6-3, all clubs.
Excellent flop for Fedor.
Yeah, Keith has no club, no pair. And Fedor just checks right into him. The equities trader from Austin thinking about this. Do you make the continuation? Try to push this guy out. Little does he know this guy has a real hand. Pair of jacks with a club. Keith gonna bet 165.
Keith following through here with the hopes that Fedor has an unpaired hand with no club and will just go away. As we know, that's not likely to happen.
Fedor started playing poker at 18 years old after dropping out of school.
He's on team dropout with me.
He was studying science of computers.
Fedor here, reaching for his chips. What's he gonna do?
Just calls, does not raise. Sits tight with that strong hand. Fedor only 22 years old, and the turn card, a 10, and that gives, of course, Keith Tilston a pair of 10s with a big kicker, which could be very dangerous for him.
Now, Keith was just bluffing on the flop with the hope that Fedor would go away. Now, by turning the 10, he likely believes he's in the lead in the hand and is reaching for chips to make a value bet.
These are the two chip leaders. Of course, Fedor has more than twice as much as Keith. And Keith gonna bet again. 350.
Little under half pot here from Keith, who suddenly finds himself playing a very large pot against the one player who could eliminate him. And it is a call from Fedor here as we go to the river with over 1.5 million in the pot.
Last card coming up. 6 pairs the board.
Safe card for both players. What will Keith do now? He will check. Fedor's pocket jacks. Gonna take down the largest pot of our final table thus far and further pad the chip lead of the young German-Austrian player. Lead? This tournament started with over 1,400 entries at the Borgata in Atlantic City, one of my favorite places to play. At 6 players, the action was paused and we resumed here at the HyperX Esports Arena in Las Vegas. Now just 5 of those players remain, duking it out for a WPT title and over $700,000 up top.
Well, this time Dave Farah getting crazy with his queen 3 of spades, has raised it. DeRosa behind him with a queen 10 of diamonds.
And DeRosa's still under 20 blinds, so I think he should move in here with all of his suited broadways, especially against Dave, who opens way too many hands, but he elects to call instead, so he'll be in position here going to the flop.
All right. Queen 10 versus queen 3. And the flop is an ace 5 deuce. There's 2 diamonds, though. So good for Joseph.
Yeah, huge flop for Joseph here. David with a gut shot. He's gonna fire at this. He's betting big in a spot where I think you should really size down. You can use a small bet here, and that will usually fold out Joe when he doesn't have anything. But he's got a flush draw, so he's gonna call this bet.
Wow.
Queen of clubs on the turn.
Gives them both queens now. Rosa with the better kicker and a 4 flush.
Molly.
Oh, there you go.
Not a big fan of this all-in from Joseph. He essentially has a hand with showdown value that also could improve to a nut hand. He's never going to get David to fold an ace. He doesn't really need to be concerned about being drawn out on the river. Like, if David had clubs, he would bet himself. If he's got king 10 and happens to river you, well, good for him. Half the time it's going to be a diamond and you mess him up anyway.
Yeah, me beat.
Yes, he does.